Hey there, my name is Scott McKnight. My wife and I help individuals navigate insurance and recovery after a house fire. These videos, the series of videos, are going to be over 20 in length, are specifically from our experience. And this is not professional. This is not legal advice. This is simply just information that we have learned on our own because we had nobody there to guide us after our house fire. You try trusting in your insurance agent, your insurance adjusters, and you become quickly overwhelmed, quickly frustrated. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of support that's available online. So where do you turn? Turn to Google and you start looking for any free advice that you have out there. And unfortunately, there's not a lot that's offered. We put together a Facebook group to start guiding other people through their journey. Lydia started shooting some of these videos to further describe what we experienced and really just to provide some kind of a support system and a structure for you as you are beginning to navigate and uncover what this looks like following your loss. Again, this is not legal advice. This is not professional advice. This is simply, these are just tips and tricks and information shared from our experiences. And we're just simply here to share them with you. If you would love to join our free Facebook group, you can look in the description below. We also have information in there about the book that kind of further describes and further details out our experience and walks through even more than just what these videos can uncover. If you're looking for a more guided and a more detailed step-by-step process, really just to kind of uncover what you are going through and to give you some more information, we also offer an Up From the Ashes online course. You can find all information about those things in the comments below. Again, if this video has been helpful for you, we would ask you to like this and also to begin subscribing for the latest content because we will continue to share information and share more content with you following our experience. So the first topic that we're going to cover is really just kind of a summation about what these videos are going to look like. And we want you to feel comforted. We want you to feel supported because we know that every situation is going to be different. No two events are going to be just alike. Our situation is going to be different than your situation, and we totally understand that. But first, we want to just simply share with you that it is important that you understand you've been hit with a very traumatic event. Your life has changed. Okay, you have been hit with a very traumatic and tragic event. Some of you may have even experienced loss, death, so on and so forth through this process. We want to say we're sorry, we truly are. But these videos are really meant to offer you some support, some structure, to be able to give you some hope for the future. It's important to understand that you're going to question the reality of the event. Did this really happen to me? That's normal. That's a normal traumatic response. Okay. Yes, this did happen. Yes, this is uncomfortable. You're going to wonder if you could have prevented it. Reality is you could not have. Even if you had everything set up just right, there's no way that you could have prevented this fire from happening. It would have still happened, unfortunately. You're going to find yourself second guessing your reactions. You're going to wonder, why am I crying so much? Why am I not crying enough? Why am I yelling and screaming and frustrated? You've been hit with a very traumatic experience. You're going to think at different times you see or smell smoke, that you feel heat, that you hear smoke detector alarms going off. It's possible that you actually do hear those things or see or smell those things, but it's also possible that it's not real. Those are called psychosomatic reactions. They are real because you've experienced something traumatic and tragic. Your body embodies that. It naturally takes that on. Okay. Please know these are very common reactions after any kind of a traumatic event, including a house fire, and that this journey is a marathon. It's not a sprint. You got to be patient with yourself. You've got to give yourself time to process. What you've gone through is huge. People are going to tell you so many different things. They're going to tell you, oh, it's okay. You'll just get over this. Or they're going to maybe describe an event that happened to them. Maybe they're going to share with you something, difficult in hopes that it's a little bit more easy for you. Please know that your journey and your situation is unique. It's different. Give yourself time, give yourself patience, give yourself grace. Allow yourself the time and the space to grieve. You've just lost your home. You are now essentially homeless. I did not want to admit that. I didn't want to think that. That hit me hard. There are many people who have walked similar, in similar processes and similar situations of you, who want you to feel supported. We have those individuals inside of our Facebook group who would love for you to get connected with those individuals. You're going to feel defeated, and that's okay. We have people who want to walk with you and want you to feel hope, want you to feel encouragement. We want you to know that this is, yes, you're going to be going into the fight after the fight, if you will. But there are people out there who want to love on you and who want to share with you and who want you to know that you're not alone. Please consider reaching out and speaking to somebody. Please do not hesitate. Please do not feel that reaching out is a sign of weakness, that looking for support is a sign of, it's not a lack of strength. Okay. Yes, what you're going through is difficult. Yes, you're going to have periods of depression, sadness, anger, grief. You're going to go through that. I want to leave you with just a few tips, a few things as a reminder, okay, to make sure that you take care of yourself. So first, I want you to seek out caring people, people who love on you, people who care about you. Join support groups, okay? Unfortunately, there's not a lot of fire loss survivors support groups that are out there. There's not like an anonymous group that you can just go to in your community, like, hey, we've all experienced a house fire, let's get together. It's not really something that exists, but we do have those spaces online. We have them in our free Facebook group. We can point you in other directions as well. You may find solace through those areas. Express your feelings. Tell others how you feel as time begins to pass, as time begins to continue to progress. Communicating with others will help you to sort out those emotions and those needs. You've got to work on staying healthy, okay? So eating healthy foods, getting exercise, get outside, all right? Don't stay inside. You've got to get outside. Don't become dependent on negative coping mechanisms like alcohol or maybe medications or substances. You need to postpone any life changes, okay? So you're not going to run out and go buy a car. Don't run out and go buy, now granted, we had to buy a car because we lost our vehicle and I needed to have a vehicle. But don't run out and make rash decisions. Don't buy the most expensive thing you can find. Don't believe that insurance is going to cover everything that you purchase. That is not true. Insurance will not cover everything that you purchase. Some things, yes, and we'll cover that as we start to uncover some of these details in these videos, in our book, in our course. But please know that this is not a over and done thing, and that insurance is just giving you an open checkbook. They're not. Please be patient with yourself with the process. Again, it's going to take months to recover. It's going to take years to rebuild. This is not something that's going to just happen in a few days or in a few weeks. If people tell you that, run away. That's not the case. You need to get away from those people who are telling you it can just happen so quick and they're just here to save the day. That's not true, okay? Ultimately, if you have medical issues, if you're experiencing mental health issues, please reach out to a medical provider. Please reach out to a mental health provider. Please do that. Take care of you. You need that. So we have learned that trauma and pain and suffering and grief are very real things. We also know that because of that, our body cannot physically process, we cannot mentally process everything that's taken place. There's no way. There's no way for you to physically do that. So first, and we want to just remind you of a few very, very, very important things. I want you to get out a piece of paper. I want you to write these down. Pause the video, come back to it, re-listen to it. Listen to this over and over and over. This video should not be something you just listen to the first time around, nor any of these videos in this series. You're going to be listening to this stuff over and over and over, okay? So we've got like 8 different points here. Might be a little bit, yeah, I think 8 different points for you to really remember. First, be patient. You need to be patient with yourself, be patient with others, be patient with your professional that you're working with, whether that's the insurance adjuster who you're going to work with, your insurance agent, an independent adjuster, a public adjuster, an attorney, an investigator. You're going to be working with a lot of different people. Be patient. Second, Do not trust anyone after the first encounter. Okay? Do not trust anyone after the first encounter. Your insurance agent does not work for you. They work for your insurance company. It's a little bit different if you have an independent agent. Okay? It's different if you have an independent agent. But if you have a company provided or a company paid insurance agent, be very cautious with anything that they say and anything that you say. Be aware that your insurance adjuster is not necessarily on your side. They likely do care about you. They do likely care about your experience. But at the end of the day, they are a business person working for a business entity. That is their job. Okay. They are there to make sure that the business, the insurance company, is provided for, paid for, they make their money, they do what they need to do. They are not working for you, they're working for the insurance company. Please know that it is your responsibility to not trust everyone. Okay. You are going to have people who show up to prey on your emotions. It's unfortunate. It's going to happen. You will have people who show up to prey on your emotions. Many of them might even show up the same day. We'll talk through what that cascade of information looks like later on in another video, but do not trust everyone after the first encounter. Okay, do not. 3, read your insurance policy cover to cover. We recommend getting at least 2 copies, if not 3 copies. You need to know what you have coverage for, what your coverage limits are, where coverage starts and stops, how to file a claim. We will uncover some of that with you in these videos, in our book, in a course. However, it's your responsibility to make sure that you know what's inside of your policy. 4, take pictures. We will emphasize over and over, you have to take pictures. Pictures prove everything. Pictures are literally worth 1,000 words and then more. Pictures are going to be what saves you tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay. And we're not saying that lightly. It's because of pictures, and we took our time reviewing estimates that we made back at least $26,000 in missing items and missing coverage that was not there initially in the initial estimates. You have to take pictures, not immediately, not the first 48 hours. Down the road, be taking pictures. 5, get everything in writing. Everything in writing, and do not sign anything without reading and understanding it. You must get everything in writing. If your insurance adjuster, not if, when your insurance adjuster tells you, hey, you have 2 years to file this claim or to complete this claim or replace everything, or you have 6 months to replace all your lost items, unless that is in writing by email or a certified letter, that does not exist. Those timelines do not exist. We'll talk about that later, but get everything in writing. Do not hold back on getting something in writing. If they tell you, hey, we need to do this, okay, please send that to me in an email. It might feel uncomfortable because you've never had the experience of maybe having a disagreement with someone or having an experience with asking for a business professional to provide you with a service. At this point, your home is no longer an emotional object. It's going to feel very emotional. They're going to prey on your emotions. Your home is a business transaction. Your fire is a business transaction. Your loss is a business transaction. Everything has to be in writing for several reasons. 1, because it's a business transaction. No business transaction has ever taken place through a phone call of this significance. Okay. Your home costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to replace your home and all the items in your home. It's a very expensive item. It's a very expensive asset. There's not a phone call that's just made saying, oh, yep, totally good. It'll get taken care of. No, everything needs to be in writing. Okay. It's going to protect you. It's going to protect everybody else. And you're going to need it as the process goes on. We'll explain that later on. Do not sign anything without understanding it. Okay. We further describe what all that looks like in these videos. So you can accept insurance monies. So this is number 6. You can accept insurance monies without accepting or agreeing to the original estimate. You can accept money without accepting or agreeing to the original estimate. So the original estimate is not the final estimate. Please know that the original estimate is not the final estimate. I'm going to say that again. The original estimate is not the final estimate. So if you get your initial estimate from the adjuster and it's like, okay, this says $120,000 is what it's going to take to rebuild a portion of my home. Okay, great. That sounds like a lot of money to anybody. All right, $120,000 is not small money to laugh at. That's a lot of money. But can I share with you this? It might take $250,000 to rebuild your home. Are you willing to take $120,000 and walk away? No. If it takes $250,000 to rebuild your home, you and your contractor will be looking for any of those items that are necessary to replace, restore, to get to that $250,000. Okay, so let me explain how that process works. So this is number 7. Your claim is not officially closed until all prescribed repairs are completed by your contractor and your home is restored to its pre-loss condition. Okay, your claim is not officially closed until all prescribed repairs are restored to their pre-loss condition. It's not. Your claim is not closed until that time. So if your contractor has $100,000 that they are prescribed, all right, they found damages totaling $100,000. Once those repairs are done, any other thing that we find, any other problem that we find, opens up a new estimate. And let's say this bank here is $20,000. Okay, we do those repairs, that estimate's closed. We find more issues, new estimate's opened, closed, open, closed, open, closed. When is it finally done? Until all prescribed repairs are completed by your contractor and your home is restored to its pre-loss condition. So your claim is not officially closed until your home is restored to its pre-loss condition. I want to say that one more time. Your claim is not officially closed until your home is prescribed to its pre-loss condition. So when your insurance agent begins, or your insurance adjuster continues to ask you, how long are we going to keep doing this? You're going to hear that at some point. How long are we going to keep doing this? Well, as often as we need to until my home is restored to its pre-loss condition. Does that sound emotional or does that sound like a business transaction? That sounds like a business transaction. That is not emotional. Because emotionally, I could say, I just want my home back. Okay, sir or ma'am. Yeah, how long are we going to keep doing this? We're going to keep doing this until my home is restored to its pre-loss condition. When is that going to be? When my contractor has performed all the prescribed repairs prescribed by you, the insurance company, and my home is restored to its pre-loss condition. That's when we're finally going to be done. So the 8th point here, okay, is that the claim can always be reopened, despite what anybody tells you. The claim can always be reopened for what? For any newly discovered, issues or repairs that need to be completed to restore the home to its pre-loss condition. Okay. Fire, smoke, water, soot, those are the 4 damaging items inside of a house fire. Okay. Fire, heat, smoke continues to do damages because of the acids and the toxins inside of smoke. Soot that continues to sit on things, it will continue to erode and corrode everything. Water, even when it's drained away, you still have this musty odor. Water causes damage to wood and to drywall, screws, nails, wiring, so on, pipes. Water will continue to damage and destroy. So they will continue to have hidden and ongoing damages throughout your claim. You will continue to have hidden and ongoing damages throughout your claim. The date of the fire is one event. That's one event in the timeline. You have fire, you have the rest of the timeline until your claim is closed, whenever that is. This time does not exist. Okay? We know the date of the fire. We know there's all these things that happen in the middle. And eventually, after the home is restored to its pre-loss condition, we have a claim that's closed. How long does this take? It is not a calendar time. It is not a set time. It might be 2-3 years before it's officially closed. Why? Because any newly discovered item that needs to be repaired can lead to and should lead to repairs to make my home restored to its pre-loss condition. Okay? So the goal. Here's the final goal. Here's everything that going through a construction, restoration, reconstruction process for a home that has had a house fire. The goal of the restoration process is to restore your home to its pre-loss condition. Okay? The goal of the restoration process in any loss, whether it's fire, flood, tornado, hail, whatever, the goal of the restoration process in any loss is to restore your home to its pre-loss condition. So how long are we going to keep doing this? Until all prescribed repairs by you, the insurance company, are repaired by my contractor and my home is restored to its pre-loss condition. Until all items, all contents are replaced or repaired or cleaned or restored to their pre-loss condition. Your goal as a homeowner is to make sure that the insurance company knows about all of the areas of damage that'll be shared with you by your contractor. You need to get a restoration contract. We'll talk a lot about that as time goes on. But your home is going to be restored to its pre-loss condition. Okay, you're going to continue to hear that stated over and over and over. Those are very important things. So again, if you have found that this video has been helpful, would like you to like it, would like you to subscribe to this channel, because we are going to continue to share with you content that is helpful as we continue to go on. If you find that this is helpful, take a look at the free Facebook group where we answer more questions. A lot of the questions are answered through the book and through the course, but please take a look at that. Again, we have the link for the book below. We'll have a link for the course below as well. Thank you very much. Have a great day.